Whoops, a motherfucking whoop, guys. You already know what's the one only Ms.lette, and that means that again, it is Friday. And this actually kind of goes in with the topic of the week this week. And it is, what do you like the best about the holidays? And so, Christmas is has always been a huge thing in my family. And when I say we go all out, we go all out. But I'll get to that later. I want to get this out of the way right now. Crazy McCormick tends to think that we have to have our fat kid card pulled if we don't like eggnog. And I just have to say that I can't stand eggnog. It's absolutely disgusting in my opinion, and there's a lot more things about the same consistency that I would rather swallow than eggnog. I would rather prefer my peppermint hot chocolate from McDonald's. And one other thing that comes out around this time of the year that I absolutely love, and I always can't wait to get my hands on, are these bad boys. They are the holiday pies from McDonald's, and they are the most amazing things ever. If you guys haven't had them, yeah, try them. They taste like cookie dough. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It tastes like sugar dough or sugar cookie dough batter. Anyways, the things that I really like about the holidays, I am a huge baking nut. I love baking. It's my favorite time of the year to bake. All sorts of different cookies, all sorts of different breads, pumpkin breads and spice breads and banana nut breads and zucchini breads, and I make a really good apple bread. Cookies, I mean, I make some of the best peanut butter cookies there are around. Chocolate chip cookies, thumbprint cookies. I love making, like, sugar almond cookies. Baking all the pies. I make from scratch, like, pumpkin pies and chocolate pies and everything like that. And I love cooking. I know it's not, it kind of falls under the holidays, but I just had my first Thanksgiving by my, as, married couple, and we had my husband's family over and everything, and it actually turned out pretty nice. I mean, it was kind of awkward because his mom and dad are not together. They have their own families, and he invited both his mom's family and his dad's family, so I thought that was going to be a shit show, but it actually turned out okay. Oh, excuse me. But for me, if I can smell cinnamon and sugar and, almond and vanilla and all that around in my house, it is the best thing in the world. And I just, as soon as that time hits, I'm ready to bake. My husband bought me 2 25-pound bags of sugar, or he bought me a 25-pound bag of sugar and a 25-pound bag of flour, and I was one happy girl. So, anyways, and I love going, another thing that I like and I've loved ever since I was a kid was I love going and going around and, like the subdivisions or the houses and looking at all the different light displays that everybody has, and kind of just looking at them and saying, well, my family's is better. Remember how I said my family goes all out for Christmas? Well, it's kind of a tradition. My grandmother and my papa bought a house 50 plus years ago, and my papa's no longer here, but It all started with an old school Frosty. And now it has gone from one figurine in the middle of the yard to 70 plus figurines, including Santa and the reindeer on the roof, over 100 strands of lights, and music playing all throughout the whole entire thing. My grandmother's house has actually won awards for the Christmas display, and we have people tell us that it is tradition in their family to come and see our light display every year. And we actually have people that are in their 30s and plus that tell us that they remember coming as a kid and watching the collection slowly grow. It's really amazing to see. Another thing that I really like around this time of year is the music. I hate it before Thanksgiving. It pisses me off like nobody's business. And my grandmother, as soon as it starts, she's listening to it, and it pisses me off. It's like, let us carve the fucking bird first. But anyways, I love caroling and all the music and everything like that. Love the smells of Christmas. One of my favorite fragrances is pine or, balsam and stuff like that. I love it. Love the trees. Like Crazy said, it's a pagan tradition. I also celebrate Yule, and a lot of them tie in together. But I love the big trees and everything like that. Me and my husband were actually just talking about, because we need to get a tree for our house this year, and I told him to measure the house because I want to see how tall I can make my tree. If I can have a 9-foot tree, it's happening. But another thing is, I used to love waking up on Christmas morning and, looking at our stockings, because that was the first thing that we did as a kid, is we had to go through our stockings and actually get to the bottom of the stocking and find the piece of paper, the little strip of paper that showed us which wrapping paper was ours. And my mom used to do all the cute little things to make us still believe in Santa. Like, one year she tore a piece of a Santa hat and, rubbed it inside of the fireplace and acted like, oh, Santa had been here, he ripped part of his suit and this, that, and the other. Or, we had a drunk Santa one year, and he stumbled out of our chimney and made a mess all over the house and got into our refrigerator and drank a few beers and, everything like that. One of my most memorable Christmas memories was that I remember we didn't have a tree set up. And the only thing that me and my sister wanted for Christmas was we wanted to be able to come out and there be a tree. And, so we could celebrate. And my mom and her partner stood outside the house at 3 o'clock in the morning, putting together a tree, putting lights on it, putting ornaments on it so we could wake up with a tree in the morning. It definitely was one of the most memorable Christmases that I had. But all of the memories of my childhood, it doesn't compare to seeing your child that actually understands what Christmas is and what's going on. It doesn't compare to seeing their face when they see that big gift for the first time. And like last year, Jasmine's Christmas, we got her a 4-wheeler, and she woke up at like 6:30 in the morning, and I've spent probably all night before that finishing wrapping presents and drinking screwdrivers. It was great. But anyways, she woke up around 6:30 in the morning and got out and looked out into the living room and the first thing she did was jumped on the four-wheeler and smiling and so excited and laughing. And it is true that, your Christmases might be great as a child, but nothing's better than watching your child on Christmas. But yeah, and as for Black Friday, I'm a mom. Of course, I Black Friday shop. Jasmine was born in October. So Jasmine was it was a month old, a little bit over a month old. And I had my grandma babysit, and I went out Black Friday shopping. Yeah, I'm a mama. I Black Friday shop. My kids are getting those gifts. So, but I hate the extremes that some people go to, because that day is for the day beforehand is for spending time with family and everything like that, just to go and rip each other to shreds an hour later, because some stores now have it actually on Christmas or on Thanksgiving that Black Friday starts. And I don't agree with that either. I think that people that want to be able to be home with their families should be able to be home with their families. The people that don't care, let them work. That's great. But a lot of times with retail, you don't have a choice. You work. That's the bottom line. But yeah. Anyways, I have a little one being brought to me, and I have another one in bed. But yeah. So oh, and one of the things I can't stand about the holidays, I know that was mentioned as well. This stupid, and I'm going to get flack for this one. I don't give a shit. The supposed war on Christmas. Oh my God. Really, guys? From the start of November until January 17th, there is a shit ton of holidays. And you know what? People are just being respectful by saying happy holidays, because we don't know what you celebrate. And that's okay. You want to say Merry Christmas? That's great. Because I celebrate Christmas. And I know a lot of people that don't. And they still say thank you and say it back. But you know what? If you know that somebody celebrates Hanukkah, don't tell them Merry Christmas. If they're wearing something that obviously shows they're Jewish, or they talk about their Jewish faith, don't tell them Merry Christmas. It's obvious they don't celebrate it. There's no need for you to be an ass. Period. But anyways, I'm gonna get going before this little one starts crying. Much motherfucking wicked clown love, guys. And don't forget, always keep it wicked. Later.